Hey everyone, welcome back to Malaysia In Focus, your deep dive into the biggest stories shaping our nation today. Because today we're unpacking a hidden shift that proves the old rules for career and business success in Malaysia aren't just bending, they are quietly breaking. Right, let's dive into this. We are looking at a massive transformation as we head deeper into 2026. That conventional career ladder you grew up hearing about, it's basically gone. In its place, a totally new, highly strategic playbook is emerging. In this explainer, we're going to walk through 6 key areas: the capacity crisis, the AI-first workforce, mandatory ESG reporting, Forest City's wealth magnet, bridging the talent gap, and finally, winning in 2026. All right, let's jump in. Starting with Section 1, the capacity crisis. It's like running on a treadmill. Honestly, if working in Malaysia right now feels like that treadmill just keeps speeding up, you are not alone, and you definitely aren't imagining things. Look at Microsoft's latest work trend index. A staggering 83% of our workforce says they literally do not have the time or energy to do their actual jobs. Think about that for a second. More than 8 out of 10 people are totally tapped out. The data shows we are getting pinged on average every 2 minutes with emails, chats, or meetings. We are drowning in the management of work rather than doing the actual work itself. This isn't just burnout, it's a fundamental crisis of capacity. The old way of just grinding longer hours? Yeah, that has mathematically maxed out. So how exactly are leaders solving this massive capacity gap? Well, they're not just hiring more people to handle the busy work. Instead, 86% of Malaysian business leaders are now betting big on AI agents. They're using them as digital labor to massively expand what their teams can do. They want agents that can actually reason, plan, and act autonomously. Now, if this breakdown has already given you a clearer picture of where the market is actually heading, do hit like and subscribe. Just look for the YouTube logo right down below so you'll always stay one step ahead on Malaysia's biggest issues. Moving to Section 2, the AI-first workforce. This is where your new digital colleague enters the picture. We are officially moving past just using software to actively orchestrating a fully AI-driven team. We are witnessing the rapid rise of what experts call the frontier firm right here in Malaysia. So what is that? It's basically an organization run by a hybrid team, humans working right alongside AI agents. You aren't just treating AI like a fancy calculator anymore. You're handing it the keys to do the heavy administrative lifting. You delegate to it. That frees human workers up to do the deep thinking, the strategizing, the relationship building. Big names like Petronas, RHB Bank, and Silver Lake, they are completely rewriting their org charts around these hybrid human AI teams right now. And guys, Malaysia is moving incredibly fast on this. Over half, 51% of Malaysian leaders are already fully automating entire work streams. That actually beats the global average of 46%. But here's the real kicker. In these local frontier firms, a massive 92% of workers say they now get to do highly meaningful work. When you strip away the boring busy work, human potential just skyrockets. Your biggest asset now isn't knowing how to build the spreadsheet. It's knowing how to manage the AI agent that builds it for you. All right, Section 3, mandatory ESG reporting. Think of this as the new corporate moat, because mastering AI is really only half the battle. The other half, shaking up the corporate world, strict environmental and social compliance. The Securities Commission Malaysia just rolled out the National Sustainability Reporting Framework, or NSRF. Here's the bottom line. ESG is absolutely no longer a voluntary PR stunt. It's not about planting a few trees for a photo op anymore. It is a mandatory nutritional label showing a company's true environmental and social impact, completely aligned with tough global IFRS standards. If a Malaysian company wants foreign investment or a spot in international supply chains, they need hard audited data to prove they belong there. And check out how aggressive this timeline is. The elite billion ringgit companies kicked off their climate disclosures in 2025. But by 2026 and 2027, this mandate sweeps up everyone else, the rest of the main market, the ACE market, and even large non-listed companies. By 2027, full sustainability reporting is a rule across the board. This is creating a massive vacuum for professionals who actually understand carbon tracking, green supply chains, and governance. ESG expertise is fast becoming a totally non-negotiable executive skill. Which brings us to Section 4, Forest City's wealth magnet. Let's talk about the single-family office, or SFO scheme, because something equally huge is happening with elite capital down south. What makes Malaysia's SFO regime and the Forest City Special Financial Zone so brilliant is its dual focus. On one side, it's a super sophisticated wealth management platform. It offers a 0% concessionary tax rate on investment income for up to 20 years. That is a massive magnet to attract ultra-high net worth families globally. But on the flip side, it's a strict nation-building tool. The government isn't just handing out tax breaks for free. They are tightly forcing that foreign and domestic wealth to physically build up the Malaysian economy. Just look at the requirements to keep that 0% tax rate. They are incredibly strict, and they escalate. For the first 10 years, a family fund needs at least 30 million ringgit in assets under management, 2 full-time local employees, 500,000 ringgit in local operating expenses, and they must route at least 10% of their funds into local Malaysian investments. But watch what happens in year 11. Everything jumps. They suddenly need 50 million in assets, 4 local employees, and 650,000 ringgit in local spending. Meaning these wealth funds have to constantly hire local lawyers, accountants, portfolio managers, and inject millions into our startups and infrastructure just to keep their tax perks. It is a genius mechanism to anchor wealth right here. Now on to Section 5, Bridging the Talent Gap, Academia Meets Enterprise. With AI scaling, ESG tracking mandated, and elite capital pouring in, there is a gaping vacuum for talent right now. We desperately need people who can manage all of this. The traditional university route, it's honestly just too slow to fix this. So universities are bypassing traditional theory entirely and teaming up directly with industry heavyweights. Multimedia University is partnering with UiPath to teach robotic process automation. Management and Science University is working with Xsole on gaming and digital commerce. And MDEC is hosting the Korea ASEAN Digital Academy to train folks in deep AI and machine learning. They are instantly minting job-ready professionals who have serious enterprise-grade skills. And the scale of this upskilling is just mind-blowing. Under the ARM Malaysia Strategic Cooperation Initiative alone, the country is rapidly training up to 10,000 Malaysian engineers specifically in high-value integrated circuit design. We aren't just teaching people how to use tech, we're training a massive cohort to literally build the hardware and software of the future. Which leads us to our final part, Section 6, Winning in Malaysia 2026, the 1% Strategy. So how do you actually position yourself in the winning minority as we move forward? Here is the reality check. The highest value in the market right now goes to a very specific set of skills. Step 1, you have to orchestrate digital labor. Don't try to compete with AI, manage it. Be the person who directs the AI agents to automate the grunt work. Step 2, ensure strict ESG compliance. Every major firm needs people who can navigate these new NSRF rules. And Step 3, position yourself to manage, advise, or service the massive influx of structured wealth coming from those single-family office schemes. If you can sit right at the intersection of these 3 trends, you make yourself completely indispensable. I want to leave you with this really powerful thought from the tech consultancy Cognizant about Malaysia's future. They said, embracing a role as an innovator and creator is essential to shape its own AI destiny rather than consume technologies defined elsewhere. We absolutely must shift our mindset from being passive consumers of foreign tech to active producers of local innovation. Thanks so much for watching today. Doing thousands of Malaysians who want clarity, not confusion. Tap that like button, hit subscribe, and let's keep making sense of all this together. Take a good look at the changing rules of the game around you. The capacity crisis, the AI agents, the strict ESG laws, the massive new wealth hubs. Take a hard look and ask yourself, in 2026, are you just consuming the future as it happens to you, or are you stepping up and orchestrating it? The playbook has changed. It's time to make your move.